So the Justice League Snyder Cut has always been a fascinating subject to me. Like, the movie was fine, sure, but there is a very vocal and oftentimes toxic part of the fandom that thinks that if Joss Whedon never stepped in and if Zack Snyder got his original vision, that it would be the greatest movie of all time. I think that's debatable, but Warner Brothers definitely wants to capitalize on that hype and release it as a movie or a show. They're always flipping and flopping on it, but they are now capitalizing on it with an official meal kit. Normally I wouldn't look into this kind of stuff, but one thing that's very fascinating to me is that a lot of the items in this meal kit actually have a comic book origin, so I want to look it over and give you guys some of that info. So let's take a look. Now, one thing that's really fascinating to me is when fictional universes have their own corporate entities. I love DC Comics and I absolutely love all of their different food chains. Like, I have a dedicated video about Batburger, the in-universe Batman-themed restaurant, so this is up my alley. This is created by Wonderland at Home, and this is basically going to be like a HelloFresh kind of thing. It's called the Mother Box because the Mother Box is the main MacGuffin of the Justice League movie. You gotta get them all in order to stop Steppenwolf. And it looks like that the meal kit itself is going to be contained in this, it looks like just to be a normal cardboard box that's a little bit higher quality. It's neat. If you like Justice League, you got a prop automatically. I think it looks a little bland and boring, especially compared to the comic book Mother Box, but whatever. Also, $130? Yikes. Let's see if we can get a value out of this. So the first item is the Ocean Trench. Obviously, this is based off of Aquaman. It is Icelandic cod and chips with trench dressing. This is your standard fish and chips ordeal. Now, the trench part, I'm pretty sure, is a reference to the trench. That is a subset of Atlanteans. They're more monstrous, kind of look like anglerfish. You saw them in the Aquaman movie. That's a pretty common bad guy in the Aquaman series. Then, you get Big Belly Burger, and boy, do I love this. So Big Belly Burger is the main fast food restaurant in the DC universe. More or less, anytime that you need a fast food chain that isn't Batburger or Beelzeburger, which is in hell because comics, Big Belly Burger is your stand-in. It was made really famous by the Arrowverse, specifically Arrow and The Flash. It's also really funny that in the Flash TV show, that Big Belly Burger is a multiversal concept. There is one in every single universe. I think that's neat. I think it's fascinating. I wish it existed in real life. But then you have Resurrection, which we don't know what that is because you need to follow the company for the reveal. Yeah, at the time of this recording, we don't know what everything is. We get little hints, like this is inspired by the cornfields of Smallville. I don't think that there is a dedicated Smallville cuisine out of all of the comics that I have read. The fact that it's the cornfields of Smallville specifically, maybe it's going to be a corn-based dish, but we know it's not going to be a snack, or at least I don't think so, because take a look at here. It says, prepare at home. Well, the Big Belly Burger and the Ocean Trench were also prepare at home, but further down, like on the snacks section, doesn't say that. It only says it on these, so I'm guessing it's a sort of meal to go along with the other two. Yeah, I got nothing. It's called Resurrection because in Justice League, Superman comes back to life, but that gives me nothing to go off of. It does say a beacon to the world. Maybe it contains bacon. I don't know. Then we have Ancient Themysciran Fire. I don't know what that means, and yeah, men won't know what it means. But she will. I called my girlfriend and she doesn't know what it is, so that wasn't helpful. This doesn't seem to have a precedent in the comics, at least that I'm aware of. Wonder Woman is a bit of a gap in my knowledge, but obviously Themyscira is where Wonder Woman is from. The fire aspect, I'm wondering if that's going to be like a spicy thing, like a hot chip or anything like that. Maybe it's like a whiskey, like Fireball or something like that. There is beer later on down here, so this is a 21 plus box. That'd be neat, but I don't know, that seems like something you would want to hype up. Then you got snacks and extras. Very, very vague. We again don't know what's in there. The extras, maybe it's like an action figure or like some sort of collectible pin. Snacks, maybe it's like peanuts or chips, but with Superman on the wrapper. That's the most vague and least exciting of all of them. Then we have Coldbrow Beer, which is super interesting to me because this is, yes, from DC Comics, but it is a deep cut. Like, it has only appeared a couple of times, and even then, that was like in the late 90s, early 2000s, and like, very blink and you'll miss it kind of things, like very small references. The most iconic thing we got from it is that you can go to the brewery in the Arkham games, but yeah, honestly, it's fascinating to me that there aren't really iconic beer brands in DC Comics because characters drink beer a lot, specifically Guy Gardner. And I went and looked at some of the comics that I know for a fact people are drinking beer, like Guy Gardner, and you can't really see what the logo is or what the font is. So maybe it is Kolbrau, but there's no way of checking. But yeah, I guess this would be the most iconic beer in DC Comics, even though it's barely anything. You get 2 beers, it's exclusively brewed for Wonderland at home, so that's exciting. But the one that I'm most excited about is Jitters Coffee. So as I showed earlier, I actually have a CC Jitters mug. This has been around since I want to say 2010 or 2011. It appears every so often in the Flash series, but it was made most famous by the Flash TV show in the Arrowverse. That's their main coffee place of choice. I just think that's delightful. I liked the Flash TV show, especially at the beginning, so I'm excited to drink this cold brew coffee in a can served in the Flash. Yeah, Jitters isn't really seen all that often outside of the Arrowverse, but whatever. One thing that is fascinating to me is that before Jitters was introduced, the main coffee brand that we got to see was Sundollar. Clearly just a parody on Starbucks. But now they have their own brand that is clearly just not a pastiche and an homage. So I think that's neat. All of this is, it's definitely something. I went ahead and did the calculations on the shipping, i.e. I just plugged in my address, and it looks like it's going to cost me $162.94 after shipping and taxes if I want all of this, and wow, that is very overpriced. Like, just looking over all of this, you get 2 burgers, because it mentions 2 here, I guess you don't get 2 Ocean Trenches, you don't get 2 Resurrections, you do get 2 beers. Like, if I were to go out to eat, and let's just say like a mid-range place, 2 burgers, that'd be like $10 each. The Ocean Trench, if it's like a fish and chips, maybe like $8 as an appetizer or thing. Resurrection, we don't know about all this other stuff. The beer, let's just say they're like $9 a pop, and let's just say $6 a pop for coffee. It doesn't mention 2, but everything else is 2, so why not? Doing the math, that'd be like $58 for 2 burgers, fish and chips, 2 beers, and 2 coffees. That would still leave $104 of value to need to be extracted from this. I mean, obviously I didn't tally up all the other stuff, but wow. Clearly you're just paying for the experience, and I kind of want to get it. This all seems stupid and ridiculous, but yeah, if I can get $162 worth of ad revenue on this video, sure. I'll buy it, I'll cook it up, I'll eat it, I'll make a dedicated video all about it. So if you want me to do that, then make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share this video. Yeah. Also, yeah, this is a different type of video than I normally do on the channel. Normally I'm on the green screen doing a, whoa, look at all this cool comic stuff. I thought that doing the webcam setup with some news could be interesting. If you enjoyed this, let me know down there in the comments below, and maybe I'll do more. So yeah, I guess that's it. I'll see you later.